Mga malungil litasil sa mergidro ko yung artyang. Dahil confirmation hearing longot mo kringi committee Tourism Environment And Maritime. Algirel Senate Resolution number 11-84. Confirming presidential appointment Mr. Charles Desengei Matsutaro, member Board of Directors of Palau Visitors Authority for a term of 2 years. Tingablel introduce niya tangak kal Presidente Senate Hokon sa Baules by request almlara President His Excellency Surangal Whips Jr. President W. Belao. Werabol sebekal ngawla lungun maskaw Mr. Matsutaro mukupomdo opening statement trakaw mal Edibo sebekal introduce our members sa committee ngartiar elal itasil sa bangged mga niya Senator Cuarte masal dinam no sel chonergid ma Senator Kasugi Tapsungino madirekal ngartiang Senator Rukubay Kikuo Inabo tigay damno sebedel kuk mo bangged elal itasil ya Senator Rudim el Vice Chair lesenda apalachi singin modal sebel joinergi ma Senator Whips te nonya ko kalsandir hindi ta mal dimle ko te kora kasi mamamal supportra anamini dito ka dimle really apalachi system modal sil lobang gedrel al afternoon ma walay se ngawla lungun maskaw Bol sabi mal guk makor opening statement trakaw bol sabi al guk mistrate alirar senator sultirang artiarel al itasil sel guk mo ask a question sirtir iti ay kita kora process so era guk pol committee bro laurele level other sil mura alang nila senate. Thank you.
Malmasawla Chairman Sangabaw ma members sa tel committee no sumiul mo itang raliwe me tel hearing Dili also kal mga sulel rogul al senators marang nila senate al tel teal direk. And so kal direk kal mga sulel auditorio git lo subel el maskatel lomra nga kal monse kal subel o mesen nga kal kukmaklit tel wala Palau Visitors Authority. And direk kal so kal mga sulel family nga especially am asengak I don't know if you know Senator I had to go through an initial hearing before I came before you. So I got approval from a chairman or kamam. So ulan no sabi kal Lord Tiaril ang sokmal mga sulela am asinag mar adrablik. And I'm open to whatever questions maybe put forth to here. And again I'm excited to be here and I look forward to tel process. Mansulang.
Maday sulang Mr. Matsutaro di ba ko alia question se bol se kal alar beber senator se makoting kamal misaw regel response kal committee lo sabel senda questionnaire di ba create tagi del one algere marong bol se kal alar beber senators correct me if I'm wrong kasi kam latal actually gasurba Palau Visitors Authority en ngoyral yere kam le serving what was the reason Momrek, kung team na decide ang Momrek, or if you can answer that, Momrek.
Sure. Manusala question. Manakakmle adala tel board a few years ago under the Johnson Toribio administration. Akmle serve a 1-2 year term. I served as not only a member, and the vice chairman board or say at time. Direct time based a PLLU. Which I'm currently now today, and I would go back and forth say at the time, and the reason why I'm not that continuing ngukmlo ngania baby rangar alek cook family issues on top of that I had to concentrate more on my business, to be frank. So akmlo sabekal the reason why I'm not that mom no sabekal mutel concentrate focus ra asyoba ngakra my family rangak or say at the time. But also at that same time akmle member Pelili State Legislature at that time, and I was also the speaker there. So it was a lot of things that were going on in Mamle overall schedule nga sa time. Hindi ko mas na time akna mo after a few years, and it's been a long time. It's been 10 years ago. So I think at this time, you get a little older, you're a little wiser. Well, maybe not wiser, you get a little older, more experienced. So I feel with the experience na sebel jago la ikale ngara lalgida la ablura Palau, especially tourism, not only for my island but the island as a whole, the republic as a whole.
Thank you, Mr. Matsutaro. Mal kora anistak mal gimal understand ay gigil guk mleulen guk kumlomrek yala kautel mlaway sa sikamal samarere samal mutan mo other talbor. With that, Dr. Corte ko umbul nga kawil Dr. Corte ko ramal me sumguk ko ramol nga bibira gere dito ulmon.
Manuel tasil sila korka chairman am sulang ka trigal member committee Manuel tasil sila korka namini kota la mera sula la president republic el mosvel lo de Siang Clem el mera senate el mo adra borda PBA nam sa sele terwes mera merani korka tri ben daksan madagal mal ti personally ndik madagal from time to time makplol mo ako text rak munta ang daksal mo munta ang mo gira mal ko complicated questions di Maria ko la babiere di mlak mera meeting na tuta chairman Inabo hindi ngari ko la babiere lingilun mas kakala makmo yuri yung masadra economic outlook say the economic outlook looks bleak until full recovery of the tourism industry is attained at FY25. Projected was FY22 at 7,000 tourists. Yeah, FY23 41,000. FY24 83,500. Yeah, FY25 and full recovery to pre-pandemic numbers. Yamle Korawel say niya kasi even though other pelam na mo immune digel destination na dikakal open up mo given the seguido scenario ko klomes niya graduate school yung araw the summer say is there any way mo mo mesnil was moral to makal mutal morabor makalabo the stimulator seguido economy or PBA ngari ang alel ko maldemesra tourism ang kalilungil dire kalbolomesra other factors nendre ko ngarte del babier en ko masadra a minimum wage el address niya republic lang and its effect to tourism ko di so all the swim gire seguid el recovery may gigid ko pebir issues maybe directly under a PBA but it will impact tourism Below. Sure.
Madam Sauler, ako Senator Corte. Igel projections mo loko ringi conservative projections I'm assuming. Del COVID amal mleklol affect ablul other ogir especially the other Palau. As we know, the borders have slowly opened up, and because of that, I think we should be prepared for the potential influx of our tourism in May. Similar numbers and increasingly as years goes on to 25. Umesani roller PVA a mandate by law is a promotional marketing mandate. And as far as that mandate is concerned, the UMESA PVA pre-COVID was doing a decent job based on the numbers. Questions before. PVA focused a lot of water activities out here, and I think, and nothing's wrong with that. That's our bread and butter. Hindi UMESA rin will diversify our marketing efforts to offer more things instead of just the water activities. Of course, Kanapelaliu and I run some businesses out there that showcases the island there. And it's community-based. And then we just opened up a hiking trail there, nature trail. So I think those kind of products need to be developed. And it was also with the support of the Palau Visitors Authority, ma MAFE, ma Jeff 6 program. As the time goes on, we really have to prepare ourselves for the incoming tourism levels to come in here. And rest on our laurels on that. At the same time, not just those types of tourism, but we just had the Oceans Conference a few months ago. Kung nasa market to that kind of niche, like a conventional type of thing. Most of us been to Hawaii before, Hawaii Visitors Bureau and Convention Center. PVA has, over the last few years, they've been doing really well with the night market, and conventions itself is pretty much setting up venues like that. It's a logistical endeavor. And in that sense, continue market groups like, for example, the Oceans Conference that just finished, medical conferences or whatever, they focus on developing that as a niche market to make Palau as a destination for conferences and conventions. So it's not just based on basic tourism from the water, but they're try to diversify it. And also diversify our products such as cultural artifacts that we have to showcase, which is only unique to Palau. I think those kind of things, you catch a certain market out there, which is the market we're looking for, the high-end market. Because let's face it, so the people that come in here are high-end people already, or mid to high-end. So those are the markets we want to continue to focus on. And Senator Umi at Blue. So we don't want to open the doors for mass tourism coming in here, because I don't think not only ecology asabel handler say. I hope no sabel. On small detail
This is cell strategy guerrilla conventions is actually one way. Sabi del entice, yung kodamingil wasang aliya bibirabulura Cayman hindi la try to steal that market worldwide. These all reflect more same hotel membership of PBA. Nanyata time a health sector either was asked to participate or became part of the discussion, or ako seguido lang 2003 loring SARS, 2006 loring H1N1, 2012 loring MERS, and 2019 COVID-19 currently. And even though it's not in Palau right now we have epidemic of rhinovirus. All the clinics are, and I suspect it was next week. Yeah, school will suffer because they open na barela. Maktiagil was a prediction tial lara graduate school amal accurate given ang diangaran mo happen. Di ko kamamal adra held the mesriya kasi it is predicted that something is going to happen. Maugira kasi sel ko kasi active from a health sector. Ngawdo sa milgirela PBA el direct mo involve predictions malubet adra held mo o part of regular deliberation or movements may yel ko expertise or other nga outside and map out tayo nga say look, you are under threat because by the way avian flu is in Australia and moving up probably within the next 5 years.
Obviously, that's an important issue that you bring up. The tourism industry was devastated, and we have to prepare ourselves for something like that. I believe that PVA should work in conjunction with the health services here in Palau and mo safeguard the entry or other may not only the entry of the people coming and visiting us, but also kita other abela ng artiang exposure to outsiders may. We're fortunate that abela we're good. We're at 98%, 99% herd immunity level vaccination. It's the rest of the world that's has to catch up to the rest of us, Senator Sungino. And again, PVA is the marketing arm here, and I don't know if we even have the mandate to set up procedures and guidelines in regards to that. But I do believe that PVA should work in conjunction with health services. And I mentioned, and I failed to answer it last time. Minimum wage and I wholeheartely believe that people should get minimum wage as far as working, especially in the tourism industry, because that's our bread and butter that comes in here. And again, I think that's outside of the PVA. As a personal individual, akmal support lagi daruda sa malawani.
Kung gusto ng ladial, yes, maybe under a mandate, chairing ladial, ginil masada, but direct impact, more tourism and how they view abela global goal. Also, I think Arigil bebi rablu kuk tilul wasit tegiding gayiding gel da barlo meller ngal mal koltel guys may the rewarder tire and actually give them the let's make them professional to the point where assume take the industry. Naktiso al watiek lagi raw do sum mal sumong the Senate tang wigaw. Ibang mamasulwa siya diversification al adi adil ngartial ecologic tourism, lagi na dito ko masayel, pebira aerial, especially in the last maybe 15 years, threat health issues are the ones that are actually putting down the economic developmental base tourism. So, sura.
Mal, saula Senator Quarte, pwede rin di guspera telte aleng namani. Kasi kluro ke gimo mitra tel kamitia diregal mo umgodora minister obiang ma minister matul merong white tegel discussion agi diregal no include ra ministry of health lagi mo kora discuss kukora marketing strategy silgire legagi del main market silgidra Asia market mang malgora mal appropriate tegel. And if you do so, makurang al tangat bo tiang imral issues album takal. Baik ngawla lum sa Senator Sungino meroko ukpol sa bela inabo.
Sulat chairman imalungil tasil se namani. Ako akari ako pa igora di lean toward ratokora sports tourism. Lingora di nombre ka tial Pacific mini games sa Saibal. Isera ngora for the first time igibong in dirikal gora amlo abigos ng ate kamal okyak so organizing committee la Saibal ako ramle mega dilo bengel hotels mar adlit samle kira hotels. El gora dirikal gora share agost help pra business ra Saibal el so sigil tora diversifying ra margeta gadungin matanya kung di ramre oceans facility sa let's say baseball mal top of the line high end dili kamlam katmok l venue ngara osnga malgile lagi gid kuk to sports tourism malobengela aigal baby rabulur Asia el kmedergid el kuk akuratalan malgornyak masebol sub el korangarngi a collaboration na PVA lo bengela Ministry of Education may gelguk schools ra yegi del bloom sabela develop ma Palau National Olympic Committee mal bol sab el korangaring ya akuk te lira ngal maybe visitor belaw el lo sokola klogo le dire gelguk el helper ngal gedel legi dawan ra ko te tudra to kora development transports outside competition ma instead raguk mora blurir malubi ko siga igangi kada promote travel world by bringing them here mato sokola klogol kuk tirigal in return ito kuk experience ra nature may gagidal kuk what we offer el ato kora environment ma ato kora culture kora alto swim ni sa sulang
Malusola, question na Senator Sungino. I'm a big sports fan, man. So nga ka mal-promote tayo lagi to kora sports, especially to kora sports mura youth. International competition akmal so akalo mesaway gay to koy. Again, as part of PVL's board, that's part of the diversification process. To market to those kind of activities that come out here. Again, TEL board it has to work together. Where we can attract more people out here, especially with our new facilities. Not only that, then they'll attract individual like professional teams, for example, like professional basketball teams. Preseason training or tier or whatever, or even baseball teams. I remember I was raised in Guam. I remember before Team Rayakyura Siabal. Lomi baisin mo Guam every spring training emrula training or sel paseo. And of course sel metrical professional teams. Hindi kal teams sel mel sa kadigal hotel. Hindi kal fans tirame omi baisin may. So and same thing with the sports games, not just professional games, but other sports, because so it's a very important thing that we have to really look into. And attracting people here is one thing, like I said, and another thing is for us to be logistically competent, so instead of place certain things at certain place and make sure this machine works properly. Yeah, so I believe as moving forward with PVA, with what I've seen the last few years, we'll mess it up PVA with the night market and stuff, and that's just a little sample there. And I think with a little bit more effort, PVA can do something a little bit more bigger, in a bigger scale. Yeah. So I hope see that what
dia kamal sulang lang malungil tial enser karing lang kamal mo ko ras points black mention di so kalmo ko adi maskita siya sing na tigim lo mari kalko rablu adar belaw bel conductor nga Palau National Olympic Committee tiang 19 and under Belau Youth Games. So arangal kal 19 na clear am will participate ra different sports activities. Di sira ulabong ol tial competition tadri legal part ra program adire kal ngil titri arangal mo visit cultural site rangaram longoy. So lornya te li rangal kal dire kal ku mo mesayal cultural aspect rangaram longoy may gel promote rangaram longoy rangaram longoy. So segi de luldas sura sing rapien o si segi da koratral all drink mas maybe we can build on that. O ro il kora mo promotional el moray gagi del balura outside let's say Guam, Taiwan, Siabal. Lesel winter of course our parents raigal asoriar ng girang ngam kayal. And then we're all summer year round the summer, so kodokora give you that perspective kumasin they are seasonal kita di one season kita di summer all year round, so we gotta utilize what our benefits environment are. So ang adi package ringil mongil and then travel das mura outside community kung can they buy on it. Sige daw kora dim leswakal kora driller ngil mura das bumal tangat yabo ngam dire kam kora look into it. Sulang.
Malim saula Senator Sungino ra ka lal director si Michael Wispancha ka na mani kwa lalo kun sa Madam Senator inabo magukalwal. Kira question siya.
Malungil tasil si Mr. Matsutaro. Kamal masaulal kong ira appointment ra President Almura PBA. Hidam dengan lo si LL nga economic crisis from the pandemic. Number one lo siga aldo ulela is the economic recovery. Yakumdas PBA is on the forefront sa igid economic recovery. Wasigad makarangi most of el recover from what it is now. We're at a very low level of economic activities. Senator Quartel Southern economic report that was presented to the leadership this morning. Although Mr. Till project wasing amo 40,000 tourists next year, 41,000. Then it doesn't feel like that. It kuraway right. So tigida ko ra aswakal di duli el girella sira May 8 ing mlaringi opening ourselves Palau International Airport terminal. Kadang la say abelawa amlo through private partnership, public-private partnership with kumbali rasya bale merkong ikada through Jaiga ikadamle arrange ra airport. Ma airport available owner ni Palau International Airport Corporation. Del Palau International Airport Corporation, a majority owners ni Adas Shabal. Mang Palau a minority owner, a silent partner. Mang amok tegar selva segad mlomarura tel airport. Amliswa dal mo otrur tegid dal say this project relied upon extensive knowledge and aviation industry network of Sosits Corporation, the expertise of Japan Airport Terminal Company, JATCO, in the operation of Haneda Airport, and support from Japan Overseas Infrastructure Investment Corporation. The airport expansion and renovation work were carried out by Taisei Corporation, el ngiyamli contractor at the project. The All Japan team, including JICA, has worked together with the government of Palau to overcome the many challenges presented by COVID-19 pandemic. And the airport is now fully open for business. The Palau International Airport is expected to play an important role in country's economic growth as a gateway for people and goods to this island nation, where tourism is a key industry. JICA will continue to work together with Palau to achieve sustainable economic growth and stable social development. Akum daswing lamal klo tutela las kuma PBA amo oriolo bangel tel kumbali airport. Because it's a Thomas Sel economic planner tel project. Itirigay del manage sa airport waya ajat call manage sa Haneda Airport. May gidel bebira arboso seats, may gidel bebira kumbali shabal. Amle egire del connect tra tourism rasyabal ma tourism rablu ladro gil mo sabe del mongaring sel enough traffic al mira airport targid mang mo to ka tourist man balu belaw mang mo sabe del generate showbay el mo sabe del afford al pay ba kay gil investment al nortel terminal airport. Mang, I think a PBA al-amal lungil al-pol Bologna lo bangela airport igal Telcom Bali run airport pero sa makarang the reach ay gay del PSL market or kadalmut wasi kada makarangit PBM mo sa PL market tal moraigel artikel tourist mal guk ngarnya connection artikel mortegi dal leng at sumanda ka tourist al metel tel Palau International Airport Corporation at akal sa PL al mega ina fludo damang akurati so kaloger kalwasin ko ang raul da swimra why say I know this is kind of kura isal toy but ako remember sa regime review resale project then that was a concern and the giblem bring up bring
Manmasona tel kalime Senator Inabo. I, as a layman, as a adrablul madangli tel basic tora tel partnership with Romali Rashabal tel airport. As far as my knowledge is, as far as that partnership is concerned, is what I read in the papers and what you just mentioned now. Hindi ako a relationship with at this time with the Palau Visitors Authority and the Airport Authority at this time. Again, it's all news to me, and hindi ka knowledge ng aking experience sa Masal Tilang. And I'll give you my opinion on what I feel. I do think that the Palau Visitors Authority should have some say in the way the airport is managed, the way it, I mean, not necessarily managed, but the way it's set up to accommodate the tourism coming in. Airport operations is different from guest relations. So PVA has to focus more on the guest relations on that aspect. And I think with that being said, operations at our airport, they can work hand to hand to promote a better destination. And like I said before, earlier, and numbers are great. We want the quality numbers in here, not the mass numbers that come out here. And so other male spend longer periods out here, and then have that better time and quality, and have them leave here with a better experience. And those types of people are usually repeater guests as well. So those, in that aspect, I think PVA should continue promoting towards quality in the tourism coming here rather than not necessarily just the numbers. Numbers are great, but we should focus on our first high-end market, and then fill in the gaps with all the mass marketing with the other guests and stuff like that. Because there are all gaps. So a foundation and then we fill in the gaps with sand, and that's how you make it arung. And the focus like again I guess I get mom CC foundation of life. I'm sorry, and that's basically our tourism is our number one foundation in our economy, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So it's important for us to make sure that CC is a foundation or
Yeah, I think that's ang malklo to tilt lagi dalwasing mom CC foundation or gidele. Ngoya blada our economy at the one source of revenue morning. It's tourism. Ang sumandi imol source of revenue ra economy gideng gira dal mal rolil mom CC mang humda sing close to telela investment ra gel kuramo sabel attract the tourist mang ding I think tel Kombali airport they will have expertise len humda sa sayda ul magdane partner with the tol Kombali is they have expertise in bringing visitors. I think if we can work with them, try to improve attractions, what brings them here. Most of you will naringel imoram le interview mora na interview hindi na confirmation hearing. Wasing gida darulas tawang argi dal maungil mang most of edalol tarawa. I mean gida darul trulle dal maungil mang most of edalol taraw. So that's kamsulang ara malungil kami trakaw.
Saura Senator Inabong malgoram lo mention el Tokyo Airport tak man sing mal mleko raklo subel girel segi del Tokyo malungil madangali mal menang asulel das sing aria malgora mom komongal tangat ting dirgal aku mosyere gi del gora aklo madangiri namni akti sakal doger tang atsum ngari tegel gukka bebira Senator salmutel gora ngari mutel bebira karir sinsi kangara tegi del tourism business sector, you personally, direkal involved ringing. Ngara sa ML masangal PBA or for that matter in government, asab el ngosugaw malubong ngosutrir ar adal talgibel help pra business iti.
I don't think we have enough time here for that. I think that moving forward, I think PVA should obviously work closely with tour agencies, the tour operators here. Really gauge because these are investor partners of ours. They put in time, they put in effort and resources in promoting Palau and PVA. So in that sense, it'd be good to work closely with those industries as well, the local private tourism industry here to try to work on that, because nobody knows more than the face to face with them all the time, and different tourism companies here have different markets. They focus on different things also. So, and they have different wants and different needs. So I think those things going along with the overall movement that tourism especially with PVA, tral help perigel kumbali malisi iringi. Because PVA PVA ra board madersta matara. PVA rigidero. So when I do, if I mo member tel board, akmal welcome may suggestions lorong ya Senator Taps ma Sungino ma Senator Rugabay ma of course Senator Toktang Corte and any other senators. I look forward to getting all those ideas, because the more ideas the better. So in that case, the collective agreement together moving forward important. And it's important not to leave anybody out also and leave anybody behind. Sulang.
Sauli namani kwa ti alung tulung sa Senator Sungino
Sulat Chairman dagi namani akora orang sa kausal mo do akora mal di mo hitra tultukol akora mal blol emphasize quality versus quantity. So karikak mas lugo ka mangil tel mo adra word raigel baby advice kal morakuk kal state governments rakuk to ra tourism mertir ra seguir el concept ra agora high value tourist spot akor dasura diving industry it was the first promotion or belaw diving. We were sige kung dasum le kot lora amle ulela tourism mele kadamle promote ngal underwater world ending wal gora di one el payment ng gora wa obra restaurant de imperawan el prices of el mangara a New York steak machis burger. So question ak ulo mo kamara board, can you help el gora dire kal gora do some research and then gora set a different price regal different dive spots. Malakal kayutit el morawan el high value dive spot. Sige daw kora tral morning. Luldas. Get tra question Okay, sulang.
Malmasaw lang. I think overall all our dive sites in Belao high quality sites. And that's why I try to emphasize quality over numbers. Because the sites could only handle so many people in May. At the same time, of course, we want more numbers. And tourism is a double-edged sword. You want more people to come, but at the same time, more people come is more impact to our livelihood and our economy, ecology, environmental. Umram said a lot of these states and a lot of people blue Palau, especially the tourism industry, they tourism because they don't benefit from it directly. I see it with a lot of state governments too. And it has to come from that level. It has to come from a community level to say tourism is the number one economy that come here. You can create jobs. There are tourists that may, amoita wado their tel blue, when may go show by mom and pop kumbali lang. Even and there's opportunities for people to get involved in this. Adili taratora kumesin nila sokal look into if I more tangatin mora tel drual is try to promote more local businesses, tourism businesses out here. So tourism can go directly to other Palau, feel say the hospitality ra other Palau instead of hospitality ra other model blue qura tour guide tir hoster tir over the 3 million. And I know that's a difficult thing because physically gimal ngosong sa im. So that's why you go through a very difficult process and other outsider may try to fill in those positions. Hindi ko marang sa community-based movement, a partnership with local state governments would push this thing forward. Klol, umesa niya mal headache or not even really a headache, but you know it's something that inconvenient for the tourists is these permits, state permits. Kamla state permit ra Oreo, remaro merabilio, kukmap state permit ter seme maalbak, I mean, there's so many people there. I mean, si mora kwame toktang speda de mora waigigi ngwa wana room na bits meteng le tegi da bits ni $200 for a beach. We don't have to pay permits for anything. You got, family of 4, you go out there to the beach. The Palau is different. You get paid $200 for the room, plus if you want to go to Rock Island, it's another $400 per family member. So it's that extra cost to the individual tourists that we have to really look into. And I think, I believe PVA started something called the Ali Pass. Akmal daksal familiar ni. It's a program where they can, it's like a one-stop thing. It's an app that the tourist would come and then omesa yero whole options or tir so il merabilio at the harap permit rabilio lo ayakte al pass. So il mo mesra badru aura ang long tiwo mo harani. So rather than going directly to the state governments to process those permits physically, they can just do it on the app and make it easier for them to go out and do it. I mean, the thing is, we're just trying to make it more easier for our guests to come out here and experience Palau. Natidal other told Palau say, man, it was a great destination, but everything's just so expensive. You go here, they want this. You go here, you want that. Okay, fine. So I'm going to hotel ka o mesanin say, okay, ngarigira so akal mo ringi sibekal take care ringi lo ya tel apple tel permit, for example, if I want to go do diving or land tour or anything like that. So we're trying to make the process easier, even though ngani permits that we require each individual state. But our tourism, our other tourists and you're taking it from one office to another. It's just another hassle. And these people are coming here to have a good time. As PVA, we're a host. We're supposed to give people a good time. And the last thing we want to do is have these people going back with a bad experience. So hopefully we can work on that.
So namanya kung daso tayo experience sa business sector, tourism business sector amal help pa. Mal ako ilo bangga maybe ngila dire kal maulo bangga legal state government tel gira la ko family package. Brasel mo misra tel guk tourism el mergiding because it tel diving it's kind of geared toward individuals tigil adal guk mara interest rate. Mro me al lobon tira ng ligiri guk timura alba lobon tri they have to cough up yam maybe kada dire kal ngila pamaltat maulo bangga legal state government gira lagi siya kung tungawla nung sa Senator Quarte kada ulsa del wrap up
Takti taksal mo nila ako if there is ako kagida director ng arte anding sinsendal sa mo duri. Ako di mention uling ngalia experience ng mo durar adam lamor sa School of Hospitality and orang Clara PCC. Ako sa enrollment rin dahil sa MCC. At the same time, ngayon adult to, and then they choose to look more ang adult sector. Magtugyan alwa se kuktil de suembel, obam nga rapor de nga rakora as a rule to actually reward actually kung nasang udo del mera PCC al por nga baba enrollment. Mang at this time those per se enroll ongerung sumodamal badula maral professional development in the industry. We do need to have people maral fully trained. They understand their hospitality. One of the somebody.
I'm not familiar with the enrollment the School of Hospitality, whether they're going up and down. And I'll base my comments on what you told me, that the enrollment is going down. And again, I think on the local level, individual people don't realize the benefits of this tourism industry coming on. Because we see the numbers. Not only that, Senator Corte, this is not an easy business to be in. This is very difficult to be in. This is our bread and butter for my family. And that's the reality of it. And a lot of people can't handle that. And I don't know how we can improve the tourism in there, the enrollment in there somehow. But you have to be ingrained to be able to handle these types of situations, especially to our tourism. That being said, I think if we engage earlier, get more apprenticeship programs, with these tour companies somehow, maybe you can promote more interest locals to get more involved into these types of programs, whether they can work as part-time as a guide, like for Sam's Tours or one of these other companies out here, and just to give them some experience and know how this type of business works. Because again, it's a hard business to get into, but it's a fulfilling business. It's a fun business to be part of. It's always good to see sa kumesa other loraile close melir e maluila ang real may. Gidal other belawa already in our nature to be good host already, and PVA is just an extension of that. And I hope Armigarel Asevelo message say and get into the field. Again, I want to promote more local businesses, more tourist operators owned by locals, owned by women businesses as well. You know, you get malo message in diversity tourism but also diversity stakeholders. And I hope skumak mo partner tal board and several convinced trial baby members ng akal way kagital to malo ni.
Ya malusaula I can see tirgale adra PBL ngartial staff amal record daigang to make sure al sum komongol tangat ko kasi gagi da umdilung. And I know Mr. Matsutaro kasi kumdas kamil gukara business sector amal uspe regal state government tiling akmalom kasi igel facilities regal state agil gutmok especially our toilet facilities maigal public parks akmal mga leer ka malon ngiter ka kasi bang maltangat el borngi segi del regular da local mar state government asim gutmok laigang aligay gida selamer turiste et mo uspe dire galungil shasing el mera igal belu makmal maltangat era bo akmol ngitra senator inawom mo close hindi era bo close bomdung akora final remarks ra statement ra mro ko nga ulam sa inawo bol lomter ka mamal close tal hearing rigid mak ulal ko for your final remarks bol sibegal aska inawol close. Thank you.
Mamsale chairman kama committee ra tourism environmental artyang swemel conductor tel public hearing. If I make tel board like anything I do, I would take it seriously. I know a big part of it is marketing efforts and stuff like that, and that's what I already do currently tel kangi. By the way, tel kumbali nga kra tourism apelaliw adventures gibay mlak close ra o era COVID. So we actually have a new company, and it's in my resume there, Palau Island General Services, and it's basically logistics. It's providing transportation, and it's basically what I was doing before. And because of COVID, I'm not able to continue the tourism aspect, but we do still have ground transportation ma raw transportation will help tel industry. And I look forward to the challenges that are ahead of us, and I'm expecting big challenges, especially coming out of COVID, and getting those numbers back to the way we want it to be. And I look forward to not only taking up that challenge, and looking forward to working with government agencies, in particular Senate, OSA President, House, Olbil in general. And this industry is not just individuals that own the companies. Tel PVA, there's tamatara longer tel tourism industry. Obviously in PVA gidaro. So in gida the malmo remember say and nourish the golden goose to continue most of el miskida ay koltel nisel. Okay, aktiong lang hindi ka man sulang.
Sulang malungi lagi al koltal ngay siya kamal masaul. And we can tell, let's say, your heart and soul, maral ngara tourism industry, and mal important mora family business rauma. Just likewise, important mora Blue Palau. So we can tell you, take that passion, sell lakaring araw mora border PPA, gimre nga sule gongera appointment ra president. At akti so kal mentioner se sel tara malklul kansuner kama masel Villa de airport to the other ango do bulu ngaringi me mu kaira tourist masel domesra geisar bela wal bli el motablo ngaringi geisar a tourism ma geisar a bela mang akunda se sel passioner ka mal sepel mo bridge ay el tablo geisay moklo al share a tourism income revenue mo sa el mar other bela. I think you provide a good connection el tablo tourist as an example of the business you're running. Ma malmere nga sule man sa emel mera hiring el talyal sales tel hearing al gira la Senate Resolution number 11-84 al gira la appointment tra Charles Des Matsutaro marabor da PVA lerura de mortegi de mamasimera sulang.